We read a lot of cruise comments, and a lot of times it's dining rooms, dancing, this, it's that. But sometimes cruise comments just come out of left field. Sometimes some cruisers, I guess, just whip out the keyboard, type some random stuff, hit send, and well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's show. Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to this week's episode of What Every Cruiser Wants, where we read real cruise comments to you. Now, these are things that people have actually, like I said, typed on their keyboard. They hit send, they end up on the internet. We come and we share them with you. And this week, they are just, well, they're random, off the wall, not our usual, I don't like dancing in the dining room type comments. No, no, no. Well, these ones are just straight out of left field. So let's jump into today's comments. And really, it's not about whether they're right or wrong, because I'm honestly not sure what prompted them to type half of this stuff anyway. All right, so let's start off with our first random comment that apparently this person likes a cruise line better than they like Carnival, and so they decided to write about it. Carnival Cruise Lines, you can only wish you were as awesome as blank Voyages. Give it up, John Heald, and remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Okay, I guess. Anybody out there got anything on this particular comment right here? Random? Is there a point? If you don't like a cruise line, cool, don't sail on it. You like another one better? Hey, like another one better. I just don't necessarily get this particular comment. Now, there was a story in the news that talking about how the president of the United States, the leader of Russia, the Soviet Union, Vladimir Putin, they were going to meet. They were going to have a little gathering. It was going to be somewhere in Alaska. But I'm going to ask y'all a question. Let's say that happens. Let's say that they do that and they have this meeting in Alaska. Is there anybody out there that believes for one iota or 1 second that it's going to happen in the tourist sections of a cruise port? Do we think these two people are meeting in the open street of Juneau, Alaska, Sitka, Skagway, Ketchikan, any of those Alaska cruise ports? Do we really think that this is going to cause a severe disruption to cruising? This person does. Agree with the OP. Carnival should be making plans to cancel and fully refund and give 100% future cruise credit for Alaska cruises. Now the presidents will be there. Why are you waiting? Is it possible that they are waiting to, one, see if it actually ever happens, and two, to see if it's going to interfere with cruising whatsoever? This is just my guess, my opinion. This would be like, I don't know, maybe a secured military facility, some kind of secured location where this meeting would happen, not in the middle of the tour sections of Ketchikan. So why does the cruise line need to cancel cruises, give you a refund, and a future 100% future cruise credit over something that, let's be honest, ain't got nothing to do with your cruise, okay? Random comment about nothing. Now, how about an example of, let's not be adults, let's expect somebody else to do it. Let's not use a little common sense, and let's not do any research before we whip out a little keyboard and start typing away, only to be wrong. Cruising on Miracle from Rome have early excursions most days. Will the front desk provide wake-up calls? If not, why not? Equinox have them, just saying. So I'm just saying that in the world of adulthood, you have to get up early. You want to get up early. Chances are pretty good you gotta watch maybe with an alarm. Chances are probably really good that you got a cell phone that you can set an alarm. Chances are absolutely the best that as an adult, you have early excursions, you want to get woken up, you could be prepared. But let's say all of that's not true. Let's say that somebody must do it for me. No, the front desk is not going to give you a wake-up call. However, You can't actually program the phone to give you a wake-up call on Carnival Cruise Lines. Won't be a person. It's going to be the machine. You're basically just telling the phone to ring at a certain time. But again, is this one taking responsibility for oneself, setting it up for oneself? Or is it just expecting, well, why won't you do it for me? And finally, do you know one thing that is free on every single cruise ship? There is something out there that is free on every single cruise ship, no matter what cruise line it is. You know what that is? It's free to mind your own business. It really is. I promise. And while I can absolutely agree that doing things to prevent food waste is a good idea, is it really our business to be in what the table next to us is doing? How much food they're putting on their plate? I mean, really, is that our business? At Breakfast on the Horizon, John, tell your cruisers to never overload your plate at the buffet. Going back for seconds or thirds is perfectly acceptable. Why is this person just not minding their own business? Maybe the comment should say, John, tell your cruisers, quit worrying about what so and so is eating for breakfast. It's not your plate. It's not your problem. Get your plate. Put on your plate what is appropriate for you. Go sit down, eat, enjoy your breakfast, and leave. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing, especially when that is not affecting you and your table. We're not talking about someone who jams their hands into the freaking oatmeal first thing in the morning and just flops it on their plate. That affects other people. Someone that grabs a handful of bacon with their bare hands, licks their fingers and grabs a biscuit. That affects other people. But someone who puts food on their plate, more food on their plate than you would, guess what? Not your damn business. I have no idea why people can't stay in their own lane. I don't understand why people cannot just get on a ship, enjoy their cruise, quit worrying about what those people over there are doing if it's not hurting, affecting you in any way, shape, or form. What they're eating is not your business. Stay in your lane. It's free to mind your business on every cruise ship, every cruise line around the planet. And that is going to be our video this week. Just some random comments that people just decided to write. I guess there was a particular moment, a particular second on that cruise. Maybe the sun was shining down on the Lido deck, making their brain hot, making it swell. They had to whip out the keyboard and start clicking and typing away when they think about it. And instead of doing that, enjoy your vacation. Stay in your lane. Worry about you and yours. Don't always worry about what everybody else is doing, okay? Because if you can do that, you will have a much better cruise vacation. But you guys let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this week's comments? Do they have a point? Do they make sense? Is this something somebody should have written? Or really, should they have just gone about their day, enjoyed their vacation, and worry a little bit less about some of this nonsense? Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.